Good afternoon, I am Rockula, and welcome back to House Flipper. So, if you don't know how this series technically works, is it's a bit more relaxed. I record the gameplay footage, and then I edit that to make it a bit quicker and more fun to watch, and then I myself do a voiceover, which I'm doing at the moment. So, I just started with just picking some weeds because in today's episode we're going to be actually looking at the Garden Flipper side of the game. So not just House Flipper, but the Garden Flipper DLC as well. So the very first quest that we're going to be doing now is the very first Garden Flipper DLC quest. Evelyn Hawes, who is a dentist, wants us to put in some bushes, remove some weeds, and place some gravel. So it's quite a lovely house, big house. And here we are. Planting is now available. So now I can just pop up my, my planting, my tablet, and I can buy any plants I want to plant, place them, and then plant them. And I also have a garden hose, which I can clean the outside of the house with. I can water plants with it, and I can fill ponds and things like that, which I think is quite nice. It's not just you buy a pond and it's already filled. Like everything in this game, you have to sit and do it all yourself. So the footage that we're looking at now is sped up at 150% speed. I think I can probably do it a bit quicker next time because it still does go on for a bit. So first things that we're doing is removing the weeds, and now we're searching for how does the gravel work. So first things that I do are I search for gravel, and she wants single colored gravel. So I choose the yellow gravel because I think it quite fits the surrounding space. I didn't want to go with red because that just might be overdoing it, and I found the yellow one fitted for me the best with the pathway. It's right next to it, as you can see now. I just struggled a bit figuring out how to do the gravel. But yeah, so the gravel basically works as a paintbrush tool in a sense. And if you've ever played any game where you can paint and change the terrain like this, which is quite fun. Or if you just played Microsoft Paint, it's very much similar. So it's quite fun. I'm just relieved that I don't have to actually go and uproot all of the grass first and then place in the gravel like bag for bag and stuff like that, which I feel like this game would make you do if it wanted to. But yeah, so now we're looking for the plant. I don't know if, because I chose the small plant because it was cheaper, but then I anyway plant a bigger plant. But I don't know if I actually had to. I was just a bit confused about how the plant thing works. So I covered it and then I never watered it. So I go back and get the bigger one. Because I thought that was my problem. But then after I planted the bigger one, I was like, oh, I have a garden hose in my hand. Why do I have that? So I just planted this one next to it. I don't think it entirely ruins it. I also couldn't figure out how to remove plants. So I don't know if you can, but yeah. So it's quite fun just digging a bit, covering it, and then I was like, oh, there's water plant. And there we go, I watered both of these plants. And then we just moved on to the next part, where I once again had to get the single colored gravel. It's right there, I could have just clicked on it. And we're going to be painting all over it. First things I just didn't figure out how to make it bigger. There's a size option here, but you also change the size of your scroll wheel, which I will realize in a second. So, yeah. So in terms of how these episodes work, I want anybody watching to just tell me if I should maybe try and cut these videos a lot more, speed it up more, speed it up a bit faster. At the moment it's at 150 and longer parts are at 200%. So if you want me to make it a bit faster, just tell me. If you maybe just want it to be cut so that it's not, to make it shorter so that I don't even show the process, just the start, some in-between bits, and then the end. So yeah, just let me know down in the comments, and that would be quite fun, because I just want this to, it's very fun for me, no matter how I do it. So I just want it to be fun for everybody watching as well. So here we are with the shrub once again, and a plant. So there we go, watered it. Yeah. And I decided to quickly wash their car as well. So today's episode is, the frame rate is wonderful compared to last week. I did figure out what I was doing wrong. I had to go and change the game's frame rate to 30 frames a second, because previously it was trying to get 60 frames per second, which was putting just unnecessary strain on my computer while it was trying to record, because the recording software in a way just records at 30 frames per second. So I was just putting unnecessary pressure on my poor laptop. So yeah, this time I realized that I can probably just paint both sides. I made sure that both sides wants the two-colored gravel. I find this as quite an interesting first level, because like all the start levels, like the previous ones I did and some of the other ones I'm going to be doing in this episode, they do show you quite a lot of what you can do. The first ones are just cleaning and stuff, but then they introduce painting, and then later on they're going to introduce rebuilding walls and stuff like that to change the space and introducing multiple rooms into one room. So I think they teach you quite well how they prepare you for when you get your first house. They teach you everything that you can do, how you can change it, and everything like that, which I quite like. Let's take a look at so we're going to be planting both our shrubs, and I'm going to place the other one down here. So I'm starting to speed things up a bit. Digging. Yeah, I think it's 5 scoops. I'll count the next one. But obviously it improves over time. And this game in general, it's just, I found the updates that they made for the game to be quite fun, and it's very user-friendly. Later on when they talk about cockroaches, they even give you the option. I just saw a piece of grass that I think I never fixed that piece of grass over there. I'm so sorry, everyone. But yeah, the game is very friendly. I like the before and after things that came with the HGTV DLC. Here we go. I think it really changed the feeling of the house quite immensely. It makes it feel a lot more professional in a sense. So in the game you can change a lot of the things. You can change if there's cockroaches or not and stuff like that, for people that don't want it. And a mole has dug its way into the lot. Use a shovel to remove the molehills, but be careful, the malicious mole will create a new molehill if you don't find him. So yeah, I'm just going to go on a bit of a mole hunt, if you will. We're just going to be digging. This is also sped up. So luckily, this is actually quite a short bit. I didn't make a mountain out of a molehill. I just ran around quickly and dug up all the molehills I could find. For now, I was just running, searching for any type of thing. I thought I saw something there, but nope. And yeah, I did finally see how dirty the outside of my house is now. And I think I'm just going to be removing these weeds because I was like, they're irritating me. And there we go, but I'm about to see what I should be seeing. And there it is. I'm pretty sure they weren't there at the start, but I could have just missed them. And there's the mole. The mole left the property. You can now bury the molehills. And I only have one molehill left to bury. And there we go. All molehills are gone. Great work. So yep, that was a small mission that they gave us. Like, hey, there's a molehill. Which was quite fun. I enjoyed doing it. And now I'm hosing off the outside of my house with my brand new infinite water generating washer. There we go. So I was thinking I might be making a video for Sunday, but I'm entirely unsure what I'm going to be making. So let's see. Stay tuned for that as well. I decided I'm going to try and remove all the weeds from my garden as well, since I can, and it's not that bad. So I'm just going to be running around for a few seconds, picking up all the weeds. I think I actually get most of them, which surprised me as well. Because the colored grass is not a weed, it's just colored grass if I'm looking at it correctly. These dark patches here. And then I struggled to get into my house because I couldn't walk past the bush. And now we're going back to mission 2. So here we are going to be starting to look at demolishing, and we're not going to be building, but we can build if we want to. So I need some alterations made to my house. That's the one add wall, so he wants to split one of his rooms in 2, and this one wants to make 3 of his rooms into 1. So he's just saying that all of his neighbors have these open plans and his house is not, so he wants to be like his neighbors, so please can you come and knock down some walls. And he also wants to paint his bedroom a bright blue. So yes, we're going to choose the one where I have to break down some walls, which is something I quite like about this game. They give you the shell of the building, which you can't change. But the inside, you can do with whatever you want. If you buy a house and you decide, no, I don't like this layout, you can go and literally remove everything except for the windows, which I really wish that we could move. And what else? And the walls have an actual crumbling physics, which is it's just quite entertaining to do and watch being done. It's just so satisfying breaking down, especially the parts on top of the door. Yeah, so I'm just going to be doing this for a bit. So I think I'm just going to sit back and maybe I still have some few things. Yeah, and I got my first building skill. I didn't even talk about the skills I got with my gardening, but here I upgrade my hammer, which makes it a bit more of a sledgehammer. bit more of a classic sledgehammer compared to the previous one, which was a bit old. And here we go. So, yeah, technically this person wants his kitchen. Once we remove this entrance hallway and open it up into the kitchen and living room, which is now being turned into one space, which I agree is better, even though he only does it because his neighbors has it, but I agree it's a better way. For me, it's a lot more fun to have it as open as this, because otherwise it just makes everything feel smaller and disconnected. So I did not change any of his furniture arrangements in this one, even though I probably could. But yeah, there we go. We're almost finished with it. All demolishing does take a while, but it's not forever. So like I said, they could very much have easily done the gardening one and been like, hey, please place all the gravel, because that's what they're telling you to do for the walls. But the building of the wall isn't that bad as well. You just, if I remember correctly, you technically just place it, and then there it is. You just have to plaster it if you want to paint over it. Well, no, you just plaster damaged walls, so you don't even have to plaster it. It's already painted in white, if I'm correct, or maybe it's brick. We'll see in the next episode, I think. Here I just increased my shovel to be more efficient, and I give myself some more strength. Yes, I'm a strong robot. And what's next? Perks, living room, bedroom. Yeah, so I was wondering what I should do next, because I didn't read the entire brief. I should paint his bedroom blue as well. So I think for the painting part, I'm just going to be sitting back a bit, and we can just watch myself paint some walls. I just chose some to paint a bit faster. I could technically finish the job now as well if I wanted to, but we're so close to finishing. Let's just finish it. And I believe this was also technically our first clean house that we did, in a sense, where we didn't have to clean up anything. Yeah, it is. And here I was trying to sell their furniture just to make sure I can or I can't. And I finally realized that there's some plugs that was attached to the wall, so I have to remove those as well. But I'm done with the job at the moment. I'm just looking around if I should move any of the things around, but I decided, nope, I'll just leave it. If they wanted it to be moved, they'll tell me, but yeah. And 56,000 rand. I'm quite happy for just demolishing a few walls. And nice paint and open. You can feel it does feel a bit empty at the moment, but if this was a house that I actually was paid to redone and redesign, I'd have added a few more furniture bits and moved things around just so that it doesn't feel that empty. And they showed me the bathroom for some reason, which I couldn't. I didn't even look at the bathroom. But here we are back in the office. So now I think I'm just going to start selling some of all of the things in the office that's broken, so that maybe in a future episode I can decide to redesign the entire office to make it a bit more of an office space rather than a sleep bedroom, whatever space it is at the moment. So I just have a look around. I never actually replaced that door. I just realized I never replaced my bedroom door, but I do put in a front door for myself now. I'm just looking for some reason, and then I decide, hey, let me just search for door, and that's what I do. So there are some cool cybernetic doors from the Cyberpunk free DLC that they released for the game, which is also where I got my robot hands from. So I'm just having a bit of a look around, seeing there's a lot of different cabinets, which is fun because you can then design your kitchen however you want, and other places where you want some cabinets and stuff like that. So here I am at the front doors. I choose the front door Makin as my top one. I'm just looking at some colors. First I'm going to look at the pure white one, because for some reason I thought the outside of my house was white, but it's not. It has a wood finish over it. Yeah, I go back and then I change it to this light brown and black handle. Black handle. And then this, just changing the door already changed the feel of the house quite a lot, which just shows how important the arrival of a space really is. So yes, it doesn't fit with the windows, but that's okay as well. Good work takes hard work. And I just looked at my vibrating chainsaw for a bit and decided, it's fine, just leave it on the floor. And now I'm going to go to student's house to clean up. So this is going to be the last mission last job of today's video. So yes, he said that some students rented a house from him, but they didn't pay on time, so he finally got them out of the house, but they decided to trash the house before they left. So I have to come in and clean this trash out of the house, as well as paint one of the rooms, at least only one of them. And I finally got upgrade earlier in the episode, which helps a lot with picking up the trash, so I don't have to pick up each one individually. So you see, I clicked just on the box and it picked up everything close around it there as well. So otherwise, I think usually you have to go and click on each and every single bottle. There are some things connected, like the trash on the floor with these newspapers and stuff like that. They are sometimes connected to one spot. But yeah, I didn't look at my job bar on the right, so I still have to go back to that room a bit later. Yeah, so the cleaning up trash is a lot quicker. Here I'm not going to be cleaning everything. And once the dirt is done, I'm just looking for some dirt because it's 92% clean and it's not done yet, but I think I find it. There we go. And then I see the remove trash 96% afterwards, which for a moment I didn't figure out what it is, but now we're just installing our first radiator for today. Now the radiator is quite nice, it's quite quick. This house is sped up to 200%. I really think it's a bit better. It doesn't last as long as the other one, so I think for future videos I'll be speeding everything up at 200% and just slowing it down for places where I think I might want to speak a bit. So yeah, I just rearranged the room and I'm like, where's the trash? Where's the trash? I'm pretty sure I picked up all the trash. I checked behind everything. And then I realized, oh, this poster on the wall is seen as trash. So, yeah. And here we have our window cleaning. And in this episode, we actually have sound. I really like the sound of the windows being cleaned. There we go. And the window cleaning is definitely the most satisfying part of the game. Try to do it as professional as possible, but I just keep failing. You're going to be seeing me clean a lot of windows in this house, because you have to clean every single window. And this is also the room where I have to paint the walls white. So this is at least the only place where I have to paint in this house. For some reason, he decided I didn't like black walls, but white. Because I think the black walls definitely fit more with the couch. At the current moment, the couch really stands out after I've painted the walls black or white. So, yeah. But, if it was my choice, I probably would have left the wall behind the couch black. Or maybe even the entire room black. I don't have anything against black rooms. Some people says it makes it feel smaller, but for me, I don't know. The white makes it feel a bit meh, and for me it feels smaller than when it was the black room. So I would definitely not left it entirely black. I would probably just done it with maybe one wall black or maybe just one wall white. I would have tested it and seen how the different ones look. So when I'm finally going to be designing my own house in this game, and I paint the window sills as well, which is white already, I'll probably be doing a lot of trial and erroring, just to see how different things work. And yeah, so just sit back and watch me finish this room. I just have this thing left. I'm going to see if I actually have to paint the windows because they're already white, or if I can just leave them, which I find out that I just left them, so I did waste a bit of paint painting the other window, but I feel like maybe my person was like, hey, it needs a new coat of paint or something. So there we go, done with this room. I sell my thing. I realize that I never cleaned my window and that there's still 9% of dirt left to clean. Oh no, first things first is that I'm putting in a radiator. So, radiator, just like 5 seconds. And on is the radiator. So, yes, I missed a bit at the top there. I'm just really glad that I could figure out what the frame rate issues was. There's still, like you can see now, there was a few jump cuts. But I'm just very glad that we could figure out what the frame rate issues was, because I'm really enjoying this game. And there we found the dirt. And it's just fun. And here they're talking about the cockroaches. If you have catsariodophobia, which is the fear of cockroaches, you can go and turn it off in the menus. There you could see a bit of cockroaches. But I first just want to clean this hallway bit. And now I'm just cleaning until I find something, because I can't see where the rest of the dirt is. And there we go. Now I move into the bathroom, where I just have to put in a radiator and a sink. But there's 2 bathrooms in that house, so there's another one that I still have to do as well. So here, a mountable towel radiator, which is something I've never really used in my life, because it's not... I'm guessing this is for... all the radiators mean that this is in a very cold part of the world. So, not really from where in South Africa we don't really have radiators. There was, if I'm remembering correctly, I think there was a few radiators in my primary school, which I always wondered what they did, because I don't think they were ever on. When it was cold during the winter, everybody just had like a standalone heater, and that was enough for the entire classroom. But yeah, so I've never actually experienced a radiator that was turned on. So for me, radiators are still a bit new. Yeah, we're just adding the sink, and here you can see we're doing the sink properly. We're now looking from underneath the sink up into the sink and tying it in. So yeah, here we just learn about the basics of a sink, which was quite fun. I think this is like I just love putting in the plumbing things, because you just see how everything's connected. And here we go, putting in the pipes, and I realized I have to turn that thing. There we go. And we've got a level in Handyman. So, do I realize I have 2 points? Yes, I do. Okay, yeah, so I got faster plastering and stuff like that. I did not increase my mounting skills, because I feel like the mounting doesn't take that long of a time. Whereas later on, when I learn the plastering skills, I feel like that's going to take quite a while. So if I get that faster right now, it will speed up whenever I have to start doing it. Which I'll probably do in the next episode, when I start looking at designing my own house. Well, just flipping a house that I bought. So, yeah. Here we are, just looking around. Now I have to put in a radiator once again. This normal radiator is quite easy. Yeah, my game just froze for a bit. This normal radiator is just easy. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different things you have to click on, which it only takes 5 seconds. And I just rearranged that, and we have to clean this window as well. I'm just going to stay quiet for a bit while we clean this room's windows. Yeah, and there we have it. So now we have to... Oh no, now we still have the second bathroom. I thought we were going into the main room now, but no. We have this bathroom and then another room next to it as well left to do. Then we're going into the main room. And then after that, there's only one more room left. And then we're finished. This bathroom definitely has a lot of stains in it, but give me 5 seconds and there we go. It's clean. My magic broom. As seen on TV. There we go. And yes, here I have to install a washing machine. Or a washer, a mountable washer. This at least I've helped install, so yeah. So one thing I did learn from this game is that these bolts, the big ones, are bolts that keep the washing machine from rattling around while you're moving it. So at the moment there's no engine in it, but I'm pretty sure most of the things you buy does have an engine, a washing thing in it. I don't know why I call it an engine, but it turns, it's probably sort of an engine. So the bolts stop it from rattling around so it doesn't get damaged while moving it around. So yeah, you just put that in whenever you're moving it and take it out when it's in its new permanent position. Now we're just connecting the water source and there we go, a washing machine. Bathroom does feel quite small, but one of the previous places I lived in actually had a very similar bathroom layout to this one. So it actually gave me some nostalgia redoing that bathroom. Which is strange, I know, but yeah, so let's just clean these, clean this. There we go. And that's literally it. Now I just have to put in a radiator, clean the windows, and I move the furniture around a bit. Well, I don't move them, I just straighten out the furniture a bit. There we go. And then the table, or the desk. Let's place down the chair. And once again, a radiator, which just takes. And turn, and place, and turn, and turn. There we go. I'll just quickly wash the windows. Yeah. I'm quite happy. This entire video, or this entire YouTube channel, is just me trying to have fun, so I really enjoy making these. Quite just relaxing. Allows me to record me just playing, and it makes me feel fun. I did miss, I think at the top, I missed somewhere in the middle a part. I don't know where I missed it, but they finally said, hey, you're done with the window, so I missed some dirt somewhere. And here we have the cockroaches. I decided I first want to clean up a bit before taking on the cockroaches. Yeah, I don't know why I chose the faster cleaning. I think I should probably have chosen the dirt version, because later on you do sometimes struggle with finding the dirt. And here we are vacuum up the cockroaches. If any of you want me to turn off the cockroaches, let me know. But I don't find that it's such a big issue looking at them, because you vacuum them up anyway. It's not like you have to do anything else with them. So you get rid of them anyway, you destroy them. But you can just let me know if I should maybe I should just in the next episode have a look at what it looks like when you turn off the cockroaches. And then we can decide if we want to make it permanent. I found the last bit of trash in the room. And now we're just quickly cleaning it. This is quite a lovely house, I must say. I quite enjoy it. It's quite big. I think it's definitely the biggest house that we've looked at in this game. We've only looked at like 6 at the moment, and most of them were tiny houses. So yeah, but there's quite a high variant, even though they copy a lot of the houses, especially like the outside. They do try and change the interior of it, and all this, the furnishing and everything's always different, so none of the houses are exactly the same. So now we're just installing our... I don't know if the next room has a radiator. It probably has. I think all the rooms has one. So maybe our second to last radiator. And there we go. Now, this is a very dirty window. It was amazingly fun to clean it. Did you know there was a house back there? I did not. It's quite a surprise. And there we go. Window cleaned. A bit of lag there, but yes. There we go, cleaned. And yes, this room does have a radiator in it. And this room feels like it was half painted, half not. Because none of the paint correlates with the other parts. So I feel like I really wanted to paint this room, but I was not paid to paint this room. Let's just install the radiator and move on. So here we go. Plop, plop, plop. And a plop, plop, plop. And plop, plop, plop. And plop, plop, plop. I really hope you enjoy my sound effects. If you want me to hire me for any other sound effects, please just let me know. I'm joking. There we go. So these windows were quite dirty as well, but I think they were mostly just because it's nighttime at the moment in the game, which is, I think, our very first night. I don't know if that means that we've done all of the houses, I think, from the first episode to now in one night, but I think that is what it means. Or one in-game night time thing. So yes. And I got paid 71,000 Rand just for cleaning that apartment and painting one of the rooms. And there we go. It's the best advert for a cleaning company. And I really like this desk and bed thing. And you can just see one of the windows becoming white. But yeah, so now I'm going to be doing something quite fun. I'm going to be actually buying the house, which we will be renovating in the next episode. So I decided on taking the abandoned house. So here we can see there's a burned house, there's a camping thing. So I decided to take the abandoned house because it's a bit, it's a bit bigger, it's different from the previous two ones. It has two peaked roofs that connect to each other. And yes, it does have a lot of cockroaches around it. It's only one floor, obviously, since you can see in the image. There's a very big garden, so we might be doing garden things as well. But here we go. I buy my house. Yeah, they're just saying that I can stay in my office if I want to, but nope, I want to see the house. And here we have it. We bought our very first house in House Flipper. So here they explain that on the left you can see all of the buyers, and the ones at the top are the ones that are willing to pay more, and they comment on everything that you do. So if you want to get the most money, you should just listen to the person on the top of the screen, on top of the left-hand side, and see what they say. So if you just do what they're telling you, you'll probably get the most money that you can from them. So yeah, here's a house. I'll give you the outside tour right now, but I think we'll have to wait for the inside tour until next episode. So this is the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching. I am Rockula, and I truly hope that you enjoy your weekend. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.